And that's another thing. Don't ever be afraid to make your own box. If you're selling something that's a bigger item and the only box you have is like 3 times the size of it, pull out a box cutter, get creative, and bring the size of the box down to where the item fits more snug in it. Because that's what you're getting charged on. You're getting charged on weight and you're getting charged on dimensions. You can't control the weight of the item, but if you lower the dimensions, you're naturally going to lower the weight. So don't be afraid to make your own boxes. It's not hard. It's super easy. I actually want to do a video on that one day. Like, I should have pulled out the camera and recorded it on this printer. I apologize for that, guys. That would have been a good video for everybody. Hello, everybody. It's a weird video we got for you this week. I told you on Sunday that I wish I had done a video on making a custom box just to show you how easy it is to save yourself some money on shipping. So I figured now's the time to do it. I just got this vacuum cleaner today that's going to ship the lower motor for a vacuum cleaner. It's kind of an odd shape, odd size. First thing you're going to want to do is find a box that's going to fit it, but still has a lot of room in it. And this box is perfect. First thing I do, and trust me, there's many ways you can do this. I'm just showing you the way I do it. This is the way I like. I think it looks the neatest, cleanest, and it's the best way to do it in my opinion. So first thing you got to do is break the seam in the box. Best way I do that is with a Sharpie. Hit the seam, rip the seam. You got a clean box to work with. First thing you do, take the item you're going to ship. As you can see, fits perfectly in that side. We just got a lot of room up here, so we want to bring that down a little bit. So what I like to do for that is finding the thickest part. I notch a rough line off that way. Then grab my straight edge. In this case, I use a level, square it up to a side, match the line, hit it with a straight line. Then I take the level, put it on its side, line it up to the line I just made, and I do a clean bend over all the way across the seam. So that's our new seam. Then I take my tape measure, hit the line, 8 inches even. So then I go to this seam, and I mark off 8 inches, go to the middle, 8 inches, go to another side, 8 inches. So now you have 3 dots that should line up for your straight edge. And then you know you've got 8 inches off each seam for your sidewalls. Come back over with my straight edge. And then I create this end seam. All right. Once we've done that, take the box cutter. I go down to the first seam. I cut that off. I'm going to do the same thing on the bottom here. Cut that off. All right, this is going to be the part that attaches to the other end of the box. So now we know we have 8 inches, 17 inches, 8 inches. Now we need another 17 out of this one. So what we're going to do is measure out 17 inches from this seam. Go to the center, 17, other end, 17. And then I'm just going to stake it right there. Get my hold on that one. And if we have done this correctly, we should have a perfect square box for the size we need. Now we got to put it together. Easiest way to do that. Hit the straight line you already nailed. Get rid of that piece. And then what I do is I reseal my box with clear tape. And this doesn't have to be perfect, just a rough size approximation. Attach it there. Taking this lip, lining it up, making sure it's flat. And then the first thing I do once that's done is I run another layer of tape on the seam on the inside. Again, you can use the outside of the box to do your estimation. And then I go in and I tape that flat seam down that was sticking out earlier. All right. Now we have the core of the box. First thing, whenever you have corners that are still not cut, go through and cut those corners down to the seam. And then this is where your box is going to start to take shape. Because once you do that, what I do is I fold the sides in. The one with the split side, you'll always have one that has a full side. The one with the split side, I fold that one in first. And then what I do is, where there's this joint, this open joint right here, this seam, I run a layer of tape to this side, over the seam, across the body of the box, boom. Now this box is just like any other one you would normally buy. On this side, we got to cut this seam. You always be careful when you're using a box cutter. Down to the seam. Now, you should be left with a box that is perfectly sized for the product you have. Boom. And if there's a high part where you have anything more than, for me, it's anything more than 2 inches, I'll cut this side wall down. But for this package, I'm not going to need it. Now I'm just going to fill it with bubble wrap, stuffing packing materials, tape it all up, print the shipping label, slap it on, and then leave it up for my post office. So I hope this video was informative. Hope it helped you out. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comment below. If you guys like this kind of content, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Thank you guys for joining me and watching me how I do custom boxes for eBay. All right, guys, have a great week, and I'll see you on Sunday.